Night time. Rain hits the shiny black car like tiny bullets. A tall glass tower stands behind it, full of light and rich people laughing inside. Eli holds the car door open. His shirt is a little wet. His hands are shaking. His phone keeps buzzing in his pocket. Mr. Kane, a famous billionaire, walks out of the building. Expensive suit. Cold eyes. No smile. Mr. Kane snaps. Why are you standing like a statue? Open the door properly. Eli forces a small smile. Sorry, sir. His phone rings again. He quickly checks the screen. It says, hospital, urgent. Mr. Kane notices and frowns. You're working, not chatting. Put that cheap phone away. Eli swallows hard. Sir, it's the hospital. My mother is very sick. They said it's serious. Mr. Kane cuts him off, voice sharp like a knife. If your mother is sick, call an ambulance. I don't pay you to cry. I pay you to drive. Eli's eyes fill with tears. Please, sir, she's all I have. Mr. Kane laughs quietly. People like you always have some sad story. Your mother is probably just a weak, useless old woman. Stop wasting my time. The rain gets heavier. For a moment, Eli just stands there broken. The camera moves closer to his face. One tear rolls down his cheek. The narrator says. What Mr. Kane said next would not only break Eli's heart, but soon, a truth would appear that would break Mr. Kane's entire world. Morning. A big city. Cars moving fast. The camera shows Mr. Kane's mansion. Gold gates. Big fountain. Guards at the door. Eli stands near the car, checking his phone again and again. On the screen, old messages from his mother, Grace. Don't worry about me, Beta. Just do your work. I will be fine. But today there is a new message from the hospital app. Patient, Grace Miller. Condition. Critical. Please arrange payment for tests. Eli whispers. Please God, help her. Mr. Kane walks down the marble stairs, talking on his Bluetooth. I don't care what they say. If they can't pay, throw them out of the project. He ends the call and looks at Eli. Why do you look like someone died? He asks, annoyed. Eli takes a deep breath. Sir. I'm really sorry, but can I leave 1 hour early today? My mother is in the government hospital. The doctor says her heart is weak. They need money for a test. I will work extra tomorrow, I promise. Mr. Kane stares at him as if he is dirt. A government hospital? He smirks. Of course. Poor people and their drama. Eli's voice trembles. I haven't paid last month's rent. I am trying to collect money for her medicines too. If you could maybe give a small loan, sir. I will return every rupee from my salary. Mr. Kane slowly walks closer. Look at me, he says. Eli lifts his eyes. Do I look like a charity? Mr. Kane asks. Do I have free money written on my forehead? Eli shakes his head. No, sir. Then why? Mr. Kane continues. Do you think your sick old mother is my problem? Those words hit Eli like a slap. He whispers. She's not your problem, sir. She's my world. Mr. Kane shrugs. Worlds end all the time. He takes Eli's phone from his hand, looks at the hospital message, then throws the phone back into Eli's lap. Tell the doctor, Mr. Kane says coldly. If the old woman dies, he can always get a new patient. Like I can always get a new driver. Eli bites his lip so hard it almost bleeds. The narrator says softly. If you were in his place, what would you do? Walk away? Or speak up? Eli gathers courage. Sir, that old woman once worked 3 jobs so I could go to school. She skipped food so I could eat. Mr. Kane waves his hand. Enough. I don't have time for village stories. Go start the car. We have a very important event tonight. Big people. Real problems. Not your mother's hospital drama. Eli whispers. Yes, sir, and walks to the car. As he closes the driver's door, his phone rings again. He hesitates, then answers quietly. Hello. A serious male voice on the phone. Is this Eli? Are you the son of Grace Miller? Yes, doctor. Is she okay? There is a pause. Your mother collapsed again, the doctor says. We need to do more tests. If we don't get money soon, her condition can get worse. Eli's heart races. I will try, he says. Please don't leave her alone. He cuts the call and looks at the mansion. Inside, Mr. Kane is adjusting his tie in the mirror, smiling at his own reflection. Tonight he will receive an award, Humanitarian of the Year. The camera zooms in on the award letter on his table. The narrator says, the man who refused to help one poor driver was about to stand on stage as a hero of kindness. But life was already planning something for Mr. Kane, and it would start inside the very same hospital he just insulted. Night. The city lights shine. Cars move like a river of stars. Eli is driving Mr. Kane to the big hotel where the award show is happening. Inside the car, Mr. Kane checks his phone, smiling at articles about himself. One headline reads, "Billionaire Daniel Kane donates millions to hospitals." Eli sees it in the mirror and thinks, "He gives millions to strangers, but not a single coin to save my mother." Mr. Kane notices Eli's eyes in the mirror. "What are you staring at? Focus on the road." Eli nods quickly. "Sorry, sir." His hands are shaking. His mind is at the hospital. He sees his mother's weak smile. He hears the doctor's words. Suddenly, a speeding truck appears from the side street. "Eli, watch out." Mr. Kane shouts. Eli turns the wheel hard. The car spins. Tires screech. The car crashes into a divider. Glass breaks. Airbags explode. There is silence. Only the sound of rain and a faint car horn. Eli groans and tries to move. His arm hurts, but he can still sit. He looks beside him. Mr. Kane is breathing, but holding his chest. "Ah, my chest. I can't breathe," Mr. Kane gasps. Eli panics. "Sir. Sir, can you hear me?" Mr. Kane's face turns pale. Sweat appears on his forehead. Eli quickly opens his door, runs out in the rain, and shouts for help. "Nobody is stopping," he says, looking around in fear. "God, what do I do?" Then he sees it, a glowing red sign nearby. City General Hospital, Emergency. The same hospital where his mother is. Eli looks at Mr. Kane, still gasping, then at the hospital. He has a choice. The narrator says. The man who hurt his heart now needed his help. Eli makes a decision. He drags Mr. Kane out of the car, lifts him with all his strength, and runs towards the hospital entrance in the rain. Inside the emergency room, nurses rush over. "Put him here." A doctor shouts. They place Mr. Kane on a bed, attach machines, check his pulse. "What happened?" The doctor asks. "Car accident," Eli pants. He said his chest hurts. He is a big businessman. His name is Mr. Daniel Kane. The doctor freezes for a second when he hears the name. Daniel Kane. He repeats. "We have an old file with that name, from many years ago." He turns to a nurse. "Bring the old records. Fast." They push Mr. Kane into another room for tests. Eli stands outside, breathing hard, clothes wet, hair messy. He leans against the wall and whispers. "First my mother, now my boss. God, what is happening tonight?" A nurse walks past him, carrying a folder. On the side of the folder, a name is written in big letters. Patient, Daniel Kane, emergency case, donor, Grace Miller. Eli's eyes go wide. He grabs the nurse's arm gently. "Excuse me, can I see that name again?" The nurse frowns but turns the folder. Eli reads it slowly, his voice shaking. "Daniel Kane, donor. Grace Miller. That's my mother's name," he whispers. The nurse looks surprised. "Your mother is Grace Miller?" "Yes," Eli says, heart pounding. "She is admitted here right now." The nurse nods slowly. "Years ago," she explains, "this boy was brought here after a serious accident. He was almost dying. We needed blood urgently. Your mother was here that night. She stepped forward when no one else did." Eli stares at the file. She gave blood to him?" he asks. The nurse nods again. "She saved his life." Eli feels the ground move under his feet. "The same man," the narrator says softly, "who called her a useless old woman, was alive today because of her." The nurse continues. "We wrote her name in his file, because she didn't even take the small money we offered. She just said, 'A life is a life. One day, someone will help my son too.'" A tear falls from Eli's eye. He whispers, "She never told me this." The doctor walks out of the room where Mr. Kane is. "He will be okay," the doctor says. "It was a minor heart attack. Stress and pressure. We will keep him under observation." Eli exhales in relief, then remembers something. "Doctor," he says quickly, "my mother, Grace Miller. How is she?" The doctor's face turns serious. "She is very weak," he says softly. "Her heart needs special treatment. We told you about the money." Eli nods. "I know. I'm trying to arrange it." The doctor sighs. "Come with me," he says. "There is something both you and Mr. Kane need to see." In the next room, the past, the present, and karma were all waiting together. The camera follows the doctor down a quiet hospital corridor. White walls. Dim lights. Smell of medicine. Eli walks behind him, holding the old file with Mr. Kane's name and his mother's name written inside. At the end of the corridor, the doctor stops at two doors. On the left, room 12, patient, Grace Miller. On the right, room 13, patient, Daniel Kane. The doctor turns to Eli. A strange thing, isn't it? He says. Two lives tied together, meeting again like this. He pushes open the door to Mr. Kane's room. Inside, Mr. Kane is sitting up now, weak but awake. His face is no longer proud. He looks tired. Human. What is it, doctor? He asks. The doctor walks in and places the old file on his lap. Do you remember this? He asks. Mr. Kane opens the file slowly. His eyes move over the old papers. He reads aloud. Emergency case, 17 years ago, car accident. His voice stops when he reaches the last line. Donor, Grace Miller, he whispers. A flash of memory hits him. He sees a young woman in a simple dress, lying on a bed, giving blood. He hears her say, Don't worry. Your life is important. One day when my son needs help, someone will help him too. In the present, his hands start shaking. The doctor speaks calmly. Today, that same woman is in our hospital again. She is very sick. And her son is your driver. Eli. Mr. Kane looks up, shocked. What? He whispers. Eli's mother is the woman who saved my life? Eli stands at the door, eyes red, watching him. The room becomes very quiet. Mr. Kane's throat feels dry. His mind plays back every insult, every cruel word he said. Your mother is probably just a weak, useless old woman. Your mother is not my problem. His chest feels heavy. Not from the heart attack. From shame. Eli steps inside. For you, she was just a weak old woman, Eli says, voice shaking. But for me, she is everything. And for you, she was once your savior. Tears finally fall from Mr. Kane's eyes. He covers his face with his hands. What have I done? He whispers. All these years, I lived without even saying thank you. And today I... He cannot finish his sentence. The doctor clears his throat. There is still time, he says. But we need to act fast. Her heart condition is serious. She needs an expensive treatment. You, Mr. Kane, have the money. The question is, do you have the heart? The doctor leaves them alone with that question. Mr. Kane slowly looks up at Eli. I am sorry, he says, voice broken. Sorry is a small word, I know. I insulted the woman who gave me a second life. I insulted the mother who made you the man you are. Eli looks at him, torn between anger and hope. Mr. Kane continues. When I was lying in this hospital years ago, I was poor. No one knew my name. No one wanted to help. Your mother came forward when she had nothing. She gave blood to a stranger. That stranger became a billionaire, and forgot kindness. He wipes his tears. Eli, he says. If your mother forgives me, I will spend every coin I have to save her. Not as charity. Not as a favor. But as a debt I should have paid long ago. Eli's voice is soft. She doesn't even know you became rich. She never asked for anything. She only prayed that one day, someone would help me. Mr. Kane stands up slowly. Then let me be that someone, he says. Please, take me to her. They move to room 12. Inside, Grace lies on the bed, thin and pale, but her eyes are still kind. She smiles weakly when she sees Eli. Eli, you're here, she whispers. Why are your clothes wet? Did you run in the rain again? Eli sits beside her, holding her hand. I'm okay, Ma, he says. I brought someone from our past. Grace looks confused. Mr. Kane steps forward slowly, like a guilty child. He removes his expensive watch, as if it means nothing now, and places it in his pocket. Grace, he says softly, using her name for the first time. Do you remember me? She narrows her eyes, studying his face. You are, she starts. The boy from many years ago. In the accident. You were so small. So scared. The doctor said you needed blood. She coughs. Eli helps her sit up a little. Mr. Kane's eyes fill again. Yes, he says. You gave your blood. You gave me life. I ran from this hospital as soon as I got rich. I never turned back. I forgot your face. I forgot your name. But today, life brought me here again. Grace smiles a little. I didn't give you blood for thanks or money, she says. I did it because a mother knows the fear of losing a child. Her eyes move to Eli. I hoped one day, when my son needed help, someone would help him too. Mr. Kane's voice breaks. I failed that hope. Today, I hurt your son. I insulted you, without knowing who you were. A tear drops on the bedsheet. I am ashamed, he whispers. If you can, please forgive me. Grace looks at Eli. What did he do? She asks gently. Eli shakes his head. Nothing you need to worry about, Ma. Tonight, he is here. That's enough. Grace looks back at Mr. Kane. Life is strange, she says. Sometimes, the ones we help become the ones who must save us. She slowly lifts her hand and places it over his. I forgive you, she says simply. But don't waste this second chance. Mr. Kane nods, crying openly now. I won't, he says. Doctor. The doctor walks in. Move her to the best room, Mr. Kane says firmly. Do every test, every treatment she needs. Money will never be a problem again. I will sign whatever is needed. The doctor looks surprised but happy. This will give her a real chance. Weeks pass. We see short scenes. Grace in a private room, with better machines and care. Doctors checking her, giving proper medicine. Mr. Kane sitting quietly in the corner. No phone, no laptop. Just waiting. Eli sleeping on a chair beside his mother, a blanket over him that Mr. Kane placed. Slowly, Grace gets better. Her color returns. She starts sitting up and talking more. One day the doctor smiles and says, she is out of danger now. With good food and rest, she will live many more years. Eli hugs his mother, tears of joy in his eyes. Thank you, God, he whispers. Mr. Kane stands near the window, eyes shining. He turns to Eli. I have something to say, he begins. I can never repay what your mother did for me. But I can try to honor it. He takes out a file and gives it to Eli. Eli opens it. Inside there is a paper giving Eli a new position. Personal manager, not just driver. A much higher salary. Keys to a small apartment, bought in Eli's name. A card for a health insurance plan for his mother. Eli stares at the papers, shocked. Sir, this is too much, he stammers. Mr. Kane shakes his head. No, he says. This is the minimum. From now on, none of my workers will be invisible. I will know their names. Their families. Their problems. Because if I can give billions to strangers, and ignore the man who drives me every day, then I am poor, not rich. He looks at Eli with honest eyes. Will you let me change? He asks. Eli thinks of his mother's words about forgiveness. He smiles a little. Yes, sir, he says. But on one condition. Mr. Kane raises an eyebrow. Condition? Eli points at the hospital wall, where a donation board hangs. Put her name there, he says. Not yours. Hers. In honor of Grace Miller, who believed every life matters. Mr. Kane smiles through tears. It will be done, he says. That will be my real award. Some time later, we see the hospital entrance. A new signboard is there. Grace Miller Heart Wing, sponsored by Daniel Kane. Under it, a line is written. For every poor family who thinks no one cares, someone does. We see Grace walking slowly with a stick, but with a peaceful smile. Eli walks beside her, wearing neat clothes, looking confident. Mr. Kane walks behind them, carrying a bag of fruits like a simple visitor, not a billionaire. The narrator speaks. Once, Mr. Kane thought money made him powerful. He used that power to insult the weak. But in the end, he learned something greater. The woman he called useless was the reason he was alive. The camera zooms in on Eli hugging his mother. Never laugh at someone's pain. You don't know how many lives they have touched. Maybe even yours. Then one last line to the audience. If you saw someone like Eli or Grace in real life, would you ignore them like Mr. Kane did at first? Or would you be the someone who helps?